Alright guys, we got to take a tree out this morning. It is a pretty good size soft maple tree. But there's basically, let's go with 4 different ways. Oh, hold on. 4 different ways to take the tree down. We'll call the first one the homeowner method. The homeowner method can make some really good YouTube videos from time to time. Normally successful, but usually involves a few oh crap moments. And possibly not the easiest on equipment and surrounding trees. A good example of this, we'll go with, I don't know. Oh, Jason works a lot. Now he's probably on the upper end. We'll call him an advanced homeowner tree trimmer. How's that sound? He gets the job done. Minimal collateral damage. And for the most part looks pretty good. So, the second would be professional logger. Guy comes in there with a damn chainsaw like a freaking ninja knife, does all this fancy notching and back cutting and triple hinging and swinging and watch this, and drives a stake in the ground and drives it like a nail with the tree. You're sitting back there scratching your head going, what the heck just happened? He's like, oh yeah, I meant to do that. You know, everything just went right as planned. I'm calling bullcrap on some of it. I know those guys are good. Good example of that, I guess, would be my old neighbor. A few of you guys may have heard of him, old Logger Wade. Man, I've been first-hand witness to some of the crazy stuff that guy's done, and it's legit. He knows what he's doing, he knows what he's talking about. Fortunately for me, as a homeowner, I don't have to worry about cutting my own trees because I just call my neighbor, Logger Wade, and he comes down, spends about 30 seconds cutting a tree. We usually spend the rest of the afternoon bullcrapping and get absolutely nothing accomplished at all, which that's fine. And the third method would be my favorite. That's the excavator method. That's just brute force and a little bit of ingenuity. Now, a lot of guys think when you go to take a tree down with an excavator that you just dig the roots out, start pushing, and hope for the best. If you're out in a wide open field and you got absolutely nothing to worry about, that'll work most of the time, because about the only thing you gotta do, can't go that way. But the only thing you gotta do is make sure the tree don't land on top of you, which I've seen that happen from time to time, still don't know how, but you can do, you can do a few things to kind of hedge your bet and make sure that tree behaves the way you want it to behave and ends up where you want it to end up. This tree here we're going to take down today in particular, it's in a pretty wide open area. I do have a high voltage power line behind me we got to watch. But whenever I get to taking it down here in a minute, I'll spin you guys around and I'll kind of walk you through what I do to make it easier on me and make sure the tree does what I want it to do and ends up where I want it to end up, which is not on the power line and not on me, because I don't want to break an antler. So, give me just a second here. I got to get all this brush cleaned out and around there. But now, if you guys, I am by no means an expert equipment traco operator. I've got a few years experience and I've taken out a few thousand trees and cleared a few 100,000 acres. But that does not mean, oh you little booger there, come on now. There you go. That does not mean that there's not a trick or a method or somebody out there don't know more than me. So if you guys watch this video, if you guys got any ideas or thoughts or comments or any suggestions that can make my life easier, I am all ears. Please comment down below and tell me what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right. And if there's another trick or a method I don't know, I would love to know it because I like learning. So let me get this stuff cleared out of here. I'll spin you guys around, show you this ugly, I hate to be rude, but it's just an ugly tree. I'll show you this ugly tree, and we're going to put her on the ground, cut her up for some firewood. It's a soft maple tree. Who the hell wants firewood out of a soft maple tree? I don't know. I may veto the landowner on this and just put it straight on the burn pile and get rid of it. But anyways, I'm going to stop rambling on. I'm going to spin you guys around here, show you what we got. Now let's knock a tree over. Alright guys, so here's my quick thought process, and it's just that thick. Gosh dang, that root means business now, come on. So, I know some people are probably going to judge me for this and say I'm being hard on the machine, but if you're in muddy conditions like this, you almost got to kind of get that bucket underneath there and curl back, stick out, kind of use that bucket as a pry bar to get that root to break up. I personally think it's a little bit harder on the bucket, but it's easier on the machine. And the bucket is much cheaper than the machine. So if I'm going to be rough on one thing than the other, I'd rather be rough on the bucket than the machine. But that thought process may not be correct. But anyways, what I want to do here is, man, that is muddy. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. What I'm trying to say is you got to know the type of tree you're dealing with a little bit, because it does help. And I'm not no tree expert at all. Every time Wade asks me what type of tree that is, I always answer firewood. He gives me the death stare. But this is a soft maple tree, so you don't have a real deep taproot system. Most of the roots are pretty shallow around it, so I don't have to dig real deep. I just kind of got to go around the tree probably about 3 or 4 feet deep, get most of the roots busted, and then it's probably going to come over pretty easy, especially as muddy as what this ground is. But I'm probably only going to dig on 3 sides of this tree. I won't dig on the 4th side unless I absolutely have to. Let me back up here and I'll show you why. So I want this tree to go that way and land up there on that little ridge in that drier area. That's for 2 reasons. 1, because it's drier, and 2, if it falls right there, I can sit right there at the track, I'll pick it up, swing it, and put it on my brush pile over there. So it just makes sense logistically. But I'm gonna dig on this side, and this side. I'm not gonna dig back there where the tree's gonna fall. So that way, whenever I go to push the tree over, as it hinges down, them roots and stuff that are left up over there kind of heaves that stump up out of the hole, and I ain't fighting a stump down a big old swamp hole. It's kind of the thought process of that. Now some trees you ain't got no choice. If you don't have a big enough machine, you got to dig all the way around them, but still you'll leave the most meat in the direction the tree's going to fall. Alright guys, I got dug around 3 sides of it. I'm gonna scrape the background, scrape the ground here a little bit, get some of this slick mud off the top so I got a good traction I'm sitting on when I go to push on this tree. Basically at this point all I'm gonna do is reach up there as high as I can safely and nudge this thing, see if it'll go the direction I want it to go. I've got dug on the a little over 3 sides of it. One thing with a tree like this you got to be careful with is if it's just not like a main trunk of a tree, it's a soft maple like this that goes up and switch, you gotta make damn sure you're pushing on a good limb, because the last thing you want to do is push on a limb that's not any good and the dang thing break off, because I can guarantee you if it breaks off, gosh dang it, guarantee if it breaks off, it's going to end up on top of you. So, let's walk up here and see what we got. You also kind of got to know your machine a little bit, know what geometry the boom has the most amount of pushing power to. How far away you need to be, how close you need to be. Come on, baby. Is she gonna go? So close. Like she's gonna go. Maybe not. Oh yeah. Timber. Perfect. I don't know if you can see, but see how that stump is raised up out of that hole? Now it's real easy to clean all the dirt off of it sitting right here. And then if you got to drag that stump up out of there, it makes a big difference. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm pretty sure guys that have done a lot of this will agree with me. I was kind of wanting to go over there. I ended up over there. That's kind of just because of where I decided to push, but the brush pile is right there. So that's still a win. All right, guys, we got her down. As you can see in the video, I did miss my mark just a little bit. It wasn't worth repositioning to hit it just right just to prove a point. So it wasn't going to hurt anything where it was going. So by golly, I just let her fly. But she's the down. That's the main thing. But hopefully you guys either found that slightly entertaining, slightly informational. And if neither apply, I apologize. I had fun, so. But I almost forgot to mention the fourth way to get a tree on the ground is Mother Nature. Now let me tell you something about Mother Nature. She does not have the best directional filling techniques. My advice to you is if you have a tree you want Mother Nature to take down, find the most expensive thing you own, park it where you want the tree to land, and hope for the best, because that's probably where it's going to go. It's the best way I know to describe Mother Nature. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I truly appreciate everybody that likes, comments, everybody that subscribed. YouTube's been a lot of fun for me here the last couple months, thanks to you guys. So if you can just take a few seconds and hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. And we shall catch you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.